if the Louisville local income tax, the city income tax, say it's 5%, they would tax 5% of every player who plays in that game that night. That also holds true for the coaches, the trainers, the mascots, sorry Cardinal, anybody who's playing or participating in that event is taxed in the local jurisdiction. Same thing that happens with musicians and concerts. So actually there's a huge economic impact just from the tax, the jock tax. And of course, hospitality industry. And also number 6 is an international company headquarters. Keep in mind that the average valuation of an NBA franchise heading into this season was $525 million. So basically that's like moving a $500 million headquarters company into your city. Now, what does a $500 million company do for you? Look around at the good works and the civic responsibility, or the most civically responsible companies in Louisville. You're talking about UPS, you're talking about Humana, you're talking about Vencor, you're talking about KFC Yum Brands. You're talking about these companies that have the resources to contribute back to the community. An NBA team would be of like ilk in that respect.
Okay, and you were touching some of the soft benefits then.
Yeah, well, one soft benefit, I put it under hard benefit, is global exposure, right? Do you know Kentucky spends millions of dollars per year branding itself? I think Kentucky's official campaign is Unbridled Spirit. And then I think Louisville spent millions of dollars to come up with Possibility City, right? I think all of those are crap. They don't resonate anywhere. But being on ESPN in the hinterlands of China, that's global branding, especially when you associate yourself with 29 other cities in the United States. Only 29 because, of course, New York and Los Angeles have 2 franchises each. That would be incredible global exposure for a city like Louisville. Similar with the soft benefits, I came up with 3. It fosters regionalism. It's going to help bring Southern Indiana, Northern Kentucky into the Louisville sphere. Just like the Tennessee Titans market heavily in Bowling Green, just like the Cincinnati Reds market extremely heavily in Louisville, Lexington, and Northern Kentucky. So it will foster regionalism. It creates social fabric. It'll help bridge this chasm between Kentucky fans and Louisville fans. And third, it's a sense of civic pride. I know most of you were probably born after 1983, I think. But if you, after this class, do me a favor and go on to YouTube and Google, look what we can do, Louisville. It was a commercial in a song that actually Louisville recorded because the city, we were so proud in 1983 that we landed a AAA minor league baseball team, the Louisville Redbirds. And I think that's so funny now, it's cute, but 31 years later, imagine the sense of pride of actually moving into the big leagues and landing an NBA team. So those are some of the soft impacts I came up with. Any questions there? And then I'll touch on U of L in about 5 minutes.
Any questions? All right, well, we're running out of time, so we only will have 5 minutes left.
Okay, well, you asked me about U of L, friend or foe. Well, I have this great quote from Denny Crum. You see that one, U of L, friend or foe, Denny Crum, 1970?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can quickly read that. I won't read it out loud. You guys can read it. So I think based on here, you can see Denny Crum was certainly a friend of professional basketball. Mm-hmm. And of course, he was the head coach beginning in 1971. So he more or less overlapped with the Colonel's successful run in Freedom Hall. And again, Denny Crum went to 2 Final Fours during that period as well, including that 1975 season when the Colonels won the championship. But things have changed here. In fact, and the next one, here's a quote from that Forbes magazine article from Darren Heitner. This is actually, he quoted me. This was from an email I sent him.